Hello there and welcome to Bad Juju. My name's Mama Jules and our case today takes place in Birmingham, UK during the COVID-19 lockdown in the spring of 2020 when a young woman moves into a women's refuge looking for a safe haven from her troubled past. She should have been safe there, but what follows will give you nightmares. So, if you're ready, grab a tea or a coffee, get comfortable, and together we will investigate the upsetting case of Phoenix Nets. Are you sitting comfortably? Okay then, let's begin. Phoenix Nets was a 28-year-old woman from Croydon, near London, in the UK. She was a student with ambitions of becoming a paramedic, and she was studying at university to achieve this goal. However, Phoenix had led quite a troubled life and battled with drug abuse and mental health issues. She decided to try to make a fresh start by moving to live with her aunt in Birmingham. However, Phoenix somehow or another ended up living in a women's refuge on Salisbury Road in Birmingham at the end of 2019, and that's where she met a woman named Garissa Gordon. Gordon was a 27-year-old who lived in the next room to Phoenix. The two of them started off as friends, but Garissa wanted more than that. In February 2020, Phoenix told some of her friends that Garissa was making moves on her, which she always declined and tried to brush off, but Garissa was starting to become more aggressive towards her and would not take no for an answer. It was making Phoenix feel extremely uncomfortable. On the 7th of April 2020, Phoenix texted one of her friends saying, "I think I'm going to move back to London, she's scaring me." Phoenix was indeed making plans to leave the hostel and move back to live with her parents in Croydon, but she'd been delayed by the COVID-19 restrictions. Fast forward a few weeks to around 11:30 p.m. on the 12th of May 2020. Police pulled over a taxi to question the driver as to why he was out driving during the COVID-19 lockdown restrictions when all but essential travel was forbidden. They wanted to know what he was doing in such a remote area at that time of night, and he explained that he had brought a woman who asked to be dropped off at the gates of a quarry. There they found Garissa Gordon with 2 suitcases. The police asked a couple of questions and Garissa desperately tried to stop them from opening up the suitcases, so much so that the police had to pull her away from them. They believed that they would find stolen items inside or drugs, but what they did find was something far more sinister.
Discovery was made.
You're gonna get arrested for obstructing police.
All right, I don't want to stop you guys.
You are stopping it. You are stopping us.
Okay, can I just explain, because as I said before, like I've had.
Step away, please.
I've had issues with that before.
Step away, please.
Just stand there. Okay.
An officer opened up the first suitcase and found inside what appeared to be a partially burnt human torso. The second suitcase contained more human remains. It transpired that Garissa had booked the driver on Gumtree to take her to and from the Forest of Dean, which was some 80 miles away, 4 times. The first occasion was on April the 25th, where the taxi driver testified that she asked to be dropped off at a campsite and she had 2 suitcases with her. 3 further trips took place between May the 10th and May the 12th. Both Garissa and the taxi driver were arrested and the vehicle was seized, and an investigation was soon underway. The quarry was searched along with several locations in the area. A fire investigation dog was brought in to search the area of the Forest of Dean, and it was able to locate an area where accelerants had been used to help create a fire. It was later identified as a site that Garissa had used to try to burn the body. The body in the suitcase was so badly dismembered and charred that it was unidentifiable, but DNA tests soon concluded that the badly burnt remains were that of Phoenix Nets. It was on the 16th of April that Garissa entered Phoenix's room armed with a knife after she had once again rejected her advances. She then plunged the knife into Phoenix's chest 4 times, but it's believed that Phoenix didn't die straight away and in fact survived for a number of hours after being stabbed, as none of the stab wounds were immediately fatal. In the hours that followed, Garissa took control of Phoenix's phone and looked up some very dark topics on Google, such as, why do killers get caught? Can somebody recover from being stabbed? Can a body burn to ashes with petrol? And how do I fix a punctured lung? Later on that day, Garissa logged onto the website Gumtree and bought a circular saw for £45 and asked the man to deliver it. The man came to drop it off the next day, the 17th of April. The police also found CCTV footage of her purchasing cleaning products and a suitcase and found evidence that she had ordered a large amount of industrial strength bleach online. Garissa used a circular saw to divide Phoenix's body into 6 parts, which she then put into the suitcases, and then proceeded to hire a waste disposal company to get rid of Phoenix's bed, mattress, carpet and underlay. In the days and weeks after the murder, Garissa used Phoenix's phone to respond to text messages from friends and family pretending to be her. As it was during the lockdown, the residents of the hostel weren't allowed to mix, so Garissa messaged them using Phoenix's phone, pretending to be Phoenix, to say that she would be moving away soon. Police believe that if Garissa had not been caught at that very moment they found her at the gates of the quarry, Phoenix's body may never have been found. Phoenix's family were spared hearing even more harrowing details of how she was killed and the events that occurred afterwards, as Garissa Gordon pleaded guilty to all the charges, so it was not required to go to trial at Bristol Crown Court. Garissa's mother sent a letter to the judge to state that her daughter had a personality disorder and was not a bad person at heart, but due to her mental state and the lack of support during the lockdown, she was a ticking time bomb. Garissa Gordon was sentenced to a minimum term of 23.5 years for the murder and dismemberment of Phoenix Nets. Rest in peace, Phoenix. So, once again, that's all for this time, but hopefully we can meet again soon to investigate more true crime. In the meantime, look after one another and stay safe. Love to you all.